Hi, in this section of the course we're going to talk about how to actually use crystals and stones in your everyday life. There's so many different ways we can use them, and how you use them is totally, completely up to you. There are numerous ways we can use them in everyday life. We can use them in meditation. We can use them in our physical healing methods. So the best way, I certainly recommend, is in meditation, at least initially, to kind of get to know your crystal and stone, or stone. Take some time to sit with it in meditation, even if that's just sitting for 5 minutes, taking a couple deep breaths, holding the crystal, and asking for any messages it might have for you, kind of sensing and feeling its energy. And you can certainly take more time or less time. If you have 2 minutes to do that, certainly take the 2 minutes. You can choose a crystalline stone for a specific meditation, such as you can use amethyst for a meditation to help you connect to kind of the universe and all that is, and feel more connected, more spiritually open. And take some time just to sit with the stone. Don't have any expectations about what it's going to do, and just see how it affects your meditation. It might amplify it up. You might start getting messages. You might start seeing things in your mind's eye. So it's definitely a fun way to do it. Meditation can be fun. And try it out with a bunch of different stones. Use a heart chakra stone, such as rose quartz, to sit quietly in meditation. Hold it on your heart chakra, up to your heart if you wish to, and just see what happens. Breathe with the stone, just be with the stone, and go from there. If you need some more passion or joy or creativity in your life, choose a carnelian stone and sit with it in meditation. Hold it in front of that chakra and just see what happens. It will certainly amplify, it could clear, it could kind of shift that chakra or whatever is going on in your life. And when you do it consistently over a number of days, a number of weeks, whatever it might be that works for you, I can pretty much guarantee, not totally guarantee because everyone is different, but you will see some changes and shifts. So another way to use them is just to have them in your space. Have them in your room. You can see I have stones back here. And I have a selenite. I have selenite all over my office to keep it clear and balanced. I have rose quartz back there, quartz clusters. You can strategically place crystals and stones in your space to help with whatever your intent is. In my space here in my office, my intent is to keep it clear, to keep myself clear, to stay heart-centered and centered in love, and to work with clients in whatever they might need and whatever is most supportive. So I have stones all over that will support that. In your own home, you can have different stones for different intents. You can have quartz and selenite in your living room or living areas to help keep it clear and vibrant and alive. If you have a sewing room or creativity room or craft room, you could have carnelian or other sacral chakra stones that work with creativity. In your bedroom, you can certainly have sacral chakra stones such as Shiva lingams or carnelian to help with romance with your partner or to attract a partner in. You could have a meditation room and have a big amethyst geode or another selection of stones such as lapis or sodalite to help you calm down enough to relax and to go into your meditation. So they don't have to be big. They can be little tiny pieces. They can be big huge pieces, whatever works for you in your space. So another way you can use them is in healing work, whether you are a healing practitioner such as Reiki or healing touch or any sort of energy healing, or massage therapy. You can use stones in healing work, either placing stones on the body wherever you might need it, placing them on your heart chakra. If you have emotional heart issues happening, you can use grounding stones such as hematite or black tourmaline at your feet to help you stay grounded and focused and present. You can use a solar plexus stone such as gold calcite on your stomach area, your solar plexus, to help you feel vibrant and alive and kind of centered in your own power and your own energy. So when you're using them with yourself, you can certainly call in any kind of angels and guides and masters. However you do your healing work, crystals and stones can help amplify that. So if you're working with other clients as a practitioner, you can use them intuitively. You can place them in a grid around the client, either on the body, underneath the body, just around the body. So certainly play with that and do research if you need to about what stones to use. And my intuition, however, says use your intuition because there is no right or wrong. And have a little bit of awareness about what you're doing if you're working with other clients, by all means. But using stones is certainly going to help and amplify. So another way to use crystals and stones is just to have them in your pockets or your purse. I have stones with me all the time, and you can have one, you can have a few. They're not going to interact with each other. I have actually shungite in my purse to help me kind of stay clear and keep me a little bit protected from EMFs and fluorescent lights and different things. So you can carry them in your pockets the same way. You can put them in little pouches and put them in your purse if you're worried about them getting scratched up or things like that, or put them in your pocket that way. So you can use them in your daily life, such as putting them in your water. There is cautionary notes about that, and I'll talk about that in another section with which stones are not good to put in water. But you can surround your water pitcher on the outside of it with crystals and stones to infuse the water with that energy and then drink that water. You can use that same water to water your plants. You can put crystals and stones in your plants, actually indoors and outdoors. I have crystals and stones all over my garden in different places. Some intentional, some just thrown out there because they were cracked or chipped or whatever, and they look pretty. I didn't want to totally get rid of them. So you can use crystals and stones in, I'm trying to think what else, in your bath. I use them as I take a bath often, either in the water or just next to the water. And it just infuses the water with that energy. And a lot of the time I'll use rose quartz because a bath is a time when you're relaxing, you're doing something nurturing for yourself, and you want a stone that will help support that. So those are some examples. You can also certainly use crystals and stones in rituals or ceremonies or with grids or to create grids. And any of those are for specific purposes or specific intents. When you are creating a grid, you are gathering together different stones and crystals to support one intent, such as, I want to create love in my life. And it can be as specific as creating love for attracting a new partner. It can be attracting or centering yourself in love. So I would gather things like rose quartz, manjano calcite, clear quartz to amplify it, rhodonite, rhodochrosite, different heart-centered stones, and create them intuitively, either using just those few and creating a circle with them. You could create a square. You could use different shapes. You can use big stones, little stones. You can use small or big crystal points to help amplify the grid. And there will certainly be classes in the future I'll have about creating crystal grids because there is so much you can do with it. But you can place those in your home in specific places. A grid such as I just mentioned, you could put in your bedroom, you could put in your office. But you can just use them in everyday prayer and ritual, whatever your daily rituals are. Use them with your chanting. Use them with your prayers. Use them during your yoga practices. Use them when you're out in the world on a walk. And just experiment and play with them. and see how they affect you or how they don't affect you when you're doing different things, and work with them in the best way possible for yourself. It's going to be different for absolutely everyone, and there is no right or wrong in how you can use them.